Big Lakes Dodge. Today I'll be showing you this beautiful 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve with 4x4. It's loaded to the nines with all kinds of features. It's silver zenith on the outside, has a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 engine and 8-speed automatic transmission. We got some side steps on there already. They are chrome Mopar tubular side steps, so that's those side steps there. We have LEDs for our high and low beams for our headlamps, and then we also have the automatic high beams, so they will adjust automatically. If someone's coming at you, it'll dim automatically, and then go back to your high beams. And then I don't know if you can see this here, we got our paint protection film on the front. That just helps the rock chips that, you know, always end up happening when you're driving down the highway. One thing I also want to mention is that you can see that we have the camera up front here. That's for our 360 view camera system, so it does have that, and it utilizes that camera as well as some on the sides and the one in the back. Got active grille shutters. What else can I mention? For tires, we got 21 by 9-inch polished aluminum wheels, and we'll go on into the passenger side. We'll have a quick look in here. All right, so there's our interior. Very eye-catching. It is Palermo, however you pronounce that. Leather face seats. So these are leather. It's like brownish, I want to say a yellowish brownish kind of color. They are heated, vented, as well as they have the massaging feature. So got our memory settings on this side, and then this one right here, this little guy there, let me see if I can focus. That's your massaging seats. So when you press that, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it does move. Like, you cannot tell. Okay, but I swear it's massaging as we speak. Amazing. Okay, and then it also has this like cross stitch kind of pattern. There's your powered functions. So it has, I believe, 8-way adjustable lumbar support, and all the adjustments for that. Carpet floor mats. On our dash here, we do have a passenger side screen, which you turn on with this little button here, and you can see that there. So you can actually watch a movie. It has an HDMI cord, so you could watch a movie. You could, let me see, you could switch the radio station, turn the screen off, manage your headphones. Yeah, has a few different things that you can do here. More. And then you can see you can hook up your audio there. So it's just a screen that you can play with on the passenger side. Super fancy. Then we have this wood paneling underneath to help it feel extra luxurious. This orangey accent stitching. And then in our glove compartment, we have our owner's manual, which has all the information that you'll need, as well as a cute little pouch to store it all in. This is felt lined in here. The interior is also felt lined. I don't know if it's quite felt. It feels softer than the felt, but there you go. That's our dash. We have extra room for your gloves or whatever else you want to throw in there. One thing I do want to mention is that we do have the let me see what it's called. It's called like Quadra-lift. Oh my gosh, this Quadra-lift air suspension, yeah. So you can actually raise or lower the ride height of the vehicle for extra ground clearance, or lower it if you need to be lowered to the ground for getting out. But I just wanted to mention that really quickly. I'll see if I can, it won't do it while the door is open. I think it needs to be closed. That's just a safety feature to protect yourself, so that way you're not getting smushed in between, I suppose. We do have a sunroof. It's a dual pane, so once I go over onto that side, I'll show you that we have the extra large sunroof. But there's just a quick look in the front there. Super fancy, super great. Passenger memory setting. Your massage seats, just like pillow top kind of feel to it. The silver accents as well as the wood paneling. Your door pockets. For sound systems, it's the McIntosh sound system. Let me see if I have more information on that. 19 speakers. So we have 19 speaker McIntosh audio system. So we got plenty throughout. There's all the different kinds of speakers, but that's the type of sound system we have. It's pretty great. We've got the Summit badging down here. Yeah, let's go on into the back now. I feel like I've talked enough there. We have proximity keyless entry, so you can tell by these little things there. That's our proximity keyless entry. So it has little sensors behind here. It'll sense when the key's near and you're trying to open the door, it will unlock them automatically. There's our door back here, power locks, power windows, our McIntosh sound system, door pockets for your drinks. Back here we also have these window shades. So that just goes up, helps block out the sun so it's not so bright. It's really nice if you're trying to, you know, look at your iPad or something like that and the glare's getting to you. But there we go. We have that on this side as well as on that side over there. Back here we have our 60/40 split bench. They are able to be adjusted so you can recline these seats. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. I should have pre-done this, but let me see. There we go. So you can recline the seats for extra comfort. They do fold down as well, so all you do is pull this same lever. They fold all the way down. The headrest folds in automatically. Back here you can see we have the child seat anchor latch system, so if you're putting a kiddo back here, you can latch them up properly. Headrest goes back up. What can I mention back here? Oh, we do have the heated and ventilated seats back here as well. We have our back seat pockets where you can put a book, magazine, map, just in case. Carpet floor mats. Let's look at our center console back here. So we have our climate control for the rear, as well as our fan settings, our different modes, the heated and vented seat functions, which are also here. These are just your manual controls for your airflow. Below that we have our USB and USB-C ports for plugging in your phone. We have enough for everyone to have one, and then we also have a 115 volt outlet there, just in case you need to plug it in. If you have a laptop or something of the sorts that you need to plug in, that'll come in handy at that point. Pulling this down, we have 2 extra cup holders in there. For me personally, I need all the cup holders I can get, so it's great to have those extra ones when needed. Got our interior lights up there, our little hook for hanging things. That's about it. All right, we'll go on into the back now after looking back here. Talk a bit more back here. So we have our rear parking sensors. I believe we had some on the front as well, but I didn't quite point those out. We got our rear parking sensors, our backup camera. We'll open this up and we'll look back here. Summit badging. All right, so back here you can see it's quite spacious. So lots of room to throw things. If you need to make a big grocery haul, you have all the room for that. Then we have these little cargo hooks for tying down your cargo back here. So say you're bringing home a little dresser or something of the sorts, you can go ahead and tie it down so it's not going to fly around. You don't have to be scared about it moving about the cabin. Then we have this little 12 volt DC port. The lift gate is a powered lift gate, so when we're closing it up, you go ahead and press that. It says hold to set because you can set the height that it goes up to. So if that's too high for you, you can set the height that it goes up to. Got another speaker back here. You can see our child seat anchor latch system on all the seats. Got this really heavy duty cargo mat back here, so it'll protect this area as well as be easy to pull out and clean if need be. It is plastic lined on the bottom. It's not all the way this carpet material, and it says Jeep on it. So there you go. We'll open this up. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Then we have our spare tire back here, as well as our tire iron, or a jack. But this is what we got back here. It's a full-size spare, so if you ever get a flat, you can replace it and still be on your way without having to go slow. There's some extra room on the sides in case you need to stick like an emergency kit or something like that, or some extra blankets. Might be a good idea. And that's back here. Move downwards a bit because I do have a bit to talk about down here. So this little piece is a plastic panel. Has these little clips underneath to unlock it. We unlock it on both sides, and this can come right off. Plastic panel off. Then underneath here we have our hitch receiver. So I'm not too sure what kind of hitch receiver this is. I don't think my little sheet says it. Let me just have a quick look to double check that though. Yeah, it doesn't have it, but I'm pretty sure it would probably be a class 4 hitch receiver. Then we have our 7-pin and our 4-pin wiring harness. That'll be for your signal lights on your trailer or your trailer brake for the 7-pin. But that is required for a trailer over 2,000 pounds. It's recommended for over 1,000 pounds. So any trailer that you're hooking up, you'll probably want to hook it up to that. So it's good to know that it has that. You know what? I don't know that I could put this plastic panel piece back on. Let me see. Let me just hide that away there. Hook it back up. Oh, it's not catching. There we go. Okay. This is a little hard to do one-handed, so if you have two hands, you're not going to struggle with this at all. Alright, you know what? There we go. That's fine. Okay, so that's our hitch receiver in case you need to pull anything. It does have that. Our exhaust systems, as you can see, are just built right in there into the bumper. What else can I go over back here? Let me see. We have the Quadra-trac 2 4x4 system, select terrain traction management system, electronic limited slip rear differential. So those are just a few little specifics to go over. What else can I mention? Ooh, the parking sensors work with your rear cross path detection and your blind spot monitoring as well. So it does have those. The blind spot monitoring can see up to 10 feet behind you. So probably about where I'm standing to there, I can see up to there, as well as 1 lane over. So it'll detect if anyone's in your blind spot and alert you. Oh, and I just saw this while I was about to walk away. We have another camera up there. That's actually for our rear view mirror, which has a LED screen in it. So you can actually see that camera feed through there. All right, let's go on this side. You can see we have the window shade on this side as well. Door pockets, our fancy door. Our McIntosh sound system. Back seat pockets. Carpet floor mats. All the same things that were on that side, but it's different because it's on this side. And then this is our 60 of our 60/40 split bench. Folds right down with the pull of this lever. Push it back up. I can do that one-handed, easy peasy. If I can do it, you can definitely do it too. There's a look at all of that. We'll go on the driver's side. There's tons and tons to talk about up here. You can tell that we have the emergency key insert there. What else? Okay, for our door on the driver's side, we have some door pockets, sound system, power locks, power mirrors. This is to lock the mirrors so no one can open them up. Your driver memory setting and massaging seats for the driver as well, which I'm sure on long car trips, if you have a sore back, that's gonna just be the best thing in the world. We have our power mirrors, which you can adjust through these. Use this little knob to just push it and it moves around like that. They are heated as well, as you can tell by that little guy there. And then you can see the triangle for our blind spot monitoring. So that lights up orange when someone is in your blind spot. You can also set it so it will chime at you, as well as have the light if you want. It's all kind of customizable to be how you would like it to be. The heated mirror function turns on when you turn on your rear window defroster. For our mirrors are foldable mirrors. So usually there's a button for folding them in on our half tons. With the Jeep, it actually, all you do is turn this little dial all the way over there, and then they fold right in on either side. And once you turn it away, they fold back out. So that's pretty neat. Our adjustments for our driver's side, we have the 8-way lumbar support as well on there. This is for our power telescopic adjustable steering wheel, so it can pull out, can go in, up, down, all that good stuff. This rocker switch on the back is our switch for our tuning, so it's mounted on the steering wheel, so it's real nice and easy when you're holding it. All you do is press this. I love that. But this one does your tuning. On the other side there's another one exactly like this that does your volume control. We have our headlamp adjustments here, so you can adjust the brightness, the timing of it, if it's on auto, or if you want to manually set it to the high beams or fog lights. Electronic park brake below that, and then to pop the hood, you pull that bad boy there. All right, let me hop on in and we'll talk about a few more things up here. So it's got tons and tons and tons of features. We'll start off by showing you the full, oh my goodness, dual pane panoramic view sunroof. So gigantic. If you want to take a drive at night to see the northern lights or something of that sort, you want to go stargazing, this is actually perfect for that because you can see the entire sky. But that's the full view of it. Then also up here we have our you can use this one to open up the sunroof just for venting. This one would open it up fully, so that way it opens all the way up. I'm just gonna stop it there because I don't want to go through the hassle of waiting for that. Then we got our interior lights, so this turns all of them on, this turns all of them off, and it will keep them off even if you open up the doors where usually they come on automatically. When this is highlighted, they will stay off. This is to open up your lift gate. Alright, I don't quite remember where I left off, but I think I had already talked about all of this. My phone had died in the middle of this, so I'm redoing it. For our rear view mirror, it does have the LED function, so you can see that it does connect to the camera feed that I had pointed out in the back, and then you can see the full view back there. All you do is just pull this lever to either turn it off or turn it on. Then you can also adjust the view. So you click this one, and then you can click, so we can move the view of it as well to be up or down, and then turn it off. You go ahead and do that. So that's our I forget what they call it. By the way, that's the screen in there. We have the universal home remote, which can connect to your garage door, your home security system, your lights, your gate, whatever systems that you have at home. This should be able to connect to it fairly simply. I believe we have a video that we can go through to show you how to do that. You can also find it on YouTube. Let's go over our steering wheel here. I don't think I went over anything on it. So this is our steering wheel. We got lots of buttons on here. I'll go through each of them. This is to control your driver information screen. So you see we have that, I believe it's 10-inch. Let me double check that. 10.25-inch full color display. So, oh my gosh, okay. I was gonna hype this up more, but it also has night vision. So you can see there that it has the night vision. It's kind of blurred out because it is fairly bright out, but you can see if it were dark out, you'd be able to see any animals walking by. It's in our driver assist systems page. So if you scroll right, you can see we have our other driver assist system. So adaptive cruise control, active lane management. I believe also your active driving assist system will also show up here. But it's just, it has night vision. That's super cool. My boss had mentioned that it's like Predator, like the movie Predator, and how they see. Then we can also monitor our tire pressure. So I just scrolled down to our vehicle information page. You can see our tire pressure, our stop-start system, the fuel economy, your gauge summary, so you can see all of this good information there. Then your oil life as well, and then back to our tire pressure. Scrolling down, you can see our trip A and trip B information. It has integrated navigation on this one, so once this loads, then you can see our full map on our driver information screen. So you can see your next turn, you can see everything, like you can see the entire map around you. Scrolling down some more, then we have our off-roading page. So this has our 4x4, so you can see automatic, full-time four-wheel drive, adapts to road conditions. That's currently what it's in, is the automatic full-time four-wheel drive. When you do switch between that, so say you were to switch to rock, sand, mud, snow, sport mode, any of that, it'll show up here. So let me just quickly put it into sport mode, and then it'll show there that we are in sport mode. It lowers it a bit. I didn't know this. So this is that Quadra-lift air suspension. So you can also adjust the ground clearance level through this little knob here. You push up or push down, and then it'll go up. It blinks to show that it's engaging, and then it raises up or lowers, and then it'll stop blinking. It'll be a solid color once it is engaged. So it lowered for the sport mode. I guess that improves aerodynamics, which totally makes sense, but I guess it also does that for the different modes there. I'm just gonna quickly show you. So it does show on the screen when it is raising or lowering. Right now it's normal, suitable for most situations. If I were to go all the way up, I'm just gonna scroll all the way up to the highest setting that we can go. So it has, I think, off-roading 1 and then off-road 2, which it'll show it should be going to 2. While it does that, because I can feel it lifting up a little. It's very subtle, like you don't really notice it too much unless you're really paying attention. But that does affect your ground clearance. So maximum ground clearance, this is off-road 2. So that just improves your off-roading capabilities. We're gonna scroll down some more. So we have our audio. You can see what audio is playing. Stored messages, that would be your check engine or low tire pressure. Any of those messages that show up will store there for you to view later. Your screen setup, so all these little things, the park, the, what's it called? Speed limit, your temperature, all these things are customizable, so you can customize them to be in a certain spot, which information you want handy, all that's customizable. You can customize the heads-up display, and then we're back at our speedometer. So that's our driver information screen. These control that. If you want to go through and find the pages quickly, you click this little one that brings us to this menu, and you can scroll through all your different options there for that. You click it again, it'll go back to our speedometer where we were at. This is call answer, call end. This one also does your voice recognition, which if you hold it, it should pop up. There we go, see? So it does. Canceled. You can say, Uconnect, do this, Uconnect, do that, set the temperature to do this, play this song, play this radio station. So that's really handy. On here we have our adaptive cruise control, which when you press that, you can set the distance from the vehicle ahead of you. If you want more or less distance, it will alert you when you're getting too close to another vehicle. It'll apply the brakes with the what is it called? Automatic emergency braking. This one here is our driving assist. So active driving assist ready. Lane detection limited. So what that does is it'll detect the lane markings. It'll keep you within your lane at a certain speed. You do have to have your hands on for this one though, I believe. So it's not the hands off driving assist system. It's just your regular driving assist. So you do have to have your hands on it. You do have to be watching the road, but it will help you. It's just less to worry about it. You'll stay within your lane markings. It'll keep you at the appropriate speed. I believe it can also help you with your switching lanes as well. So that's your active driving assist system. So if you want to cancel or reset or set the speed higher or lower, you would use these little buttons here all around that. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that back off. Then we have our paddle switches up here. Your gearing down, gearing up. We do have the wood paneling on the steering wheel as well, quite fancy. All right, let's move over here. So this is the auto start stop. When this is highlighted, that will turn it off. I think it shows up somewhere there. But that just turns off that function that when it is engaged, it'll turn off your engine when you're stopped at a stoplight or a stop sign for too long. And that's just to save you fuel and cut back on emissions. This one is our lane assist, so that one will keep you within your lane markings. It'll alert you if you are getting outside of your lane markings. It can also provide some steering assistance. Right now it is off, so it won't engage. When you have it on, I believe you have to be going about 60 kilometers per hour. It has to, the lane markings have to be visible, and it'll assist you with that. So if ever it's pulling, you can't quite figure out why, you can double check that this isn't engaged, because it will, like if you're not expecting it, it will do the steering assist. That kind of takes you aback, but you can override it by either turning it off or using your turn signal to switch lanes. Traction control, your hazards, your parking sensors, if you want to turn them off, if they're beeping too much and it's driving you crazy like you parked in some long grass, you can turn it off there. This one is also our parking assist. So the vehicle can actually park itself. You can choose between which parking maneuver you're going to do, if you're going to do a parallel park, perpendicular park, or exit the parallel park. So once that's pressed, then it starts searching for the vehicle, so that way it can line itself up. It'll search for the markings. It has a few requirements in order to engage that, but that's really cool. Like if you struggle with parallel parking, you could totally use that feature. And then when you press it, it just shows you that it has been canceled, so it's no longer searching. This one I already showed you does turn on our passenger screen. And then when you click it off, it turns it off. You can also turn it on through this screen, but we'll go through, this is our home screen. These widgets are customizable, so you can switch those out to be which widgets you want handy. These are little shortcuts here, so your heated, vented seats, heated steering wheel, and your temperature adjustment are all just right there. For media, we have AM, FM radio, Sirius XM radio, Bluetooth. You can connect through USB or USB-C port or auxiliary port. For your radio stations, all you do is hold here, and that'll set your presets down there. You can also move them around, I think. Oh no, I was wrong. Okay, and then you can go sources, choose which source you're going to be playing from, browse if you want to browse through the different media options, and then your audio settings. So if you want to, you know, adjust the balance, adjust the equalizer, any of that stuff, you can adjust that there. In comfort, we have our heated, vented, heated steering wheel, all those things, your different modes, your fan settings, front and rear window defrosters, everything for your climate control is right here. On the next page, you can choose the massager chair settings, so you can have high, medium, low, if you want it on or off. The different types of massaging you want it to do. Super cool, super fancy. You're gonna love it, honestly. Like, who doesn't love a good back massage? Then your rear climate control, so you can adjust all the settings there, or you can lock it so that way the people in the back cannot adjust it and you're in full control. Phone, that would be connecting your Bluetooth. If you enable your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto, that will show that symbol here, whichever one you have, and then it'll have your phone's user interface on that page. So when you click this and you have your Apple CarPlay engaged, it'll show all of your apps from your phone on the screen. Vehicle, we have our automatically dimming mirror, the passenger screen, which we can turn on through here, ambient color personalization, so this is super cool. I haven't been able to see it yet because it is light out, but you can have the ambient color lighting come on in those areas, and you can adjust which color that you want that lighting to be. Super neat, super cool. What else? Surround camera system, which I can show you. We have the 360 view and the backup camera, which has the active guidelines. So if I am to turn the wheel, the guidelines turn with it. That little line and dotted line in the middle is for lining up your hitch. You can choose the full view of the backup camera, the full front view, the narrowed front view with the 360 view, and this is just the full screen of the backup camera. You can also zoom in for when you are lining up that hitch, you got it real close, and you want to finish it off, that'll come in handy then. Forward facing camera, so you can see where your tires are going to go. You can also clean that forward camera just so that way, you know, dirt and debris is going to get on there for sure. So it has its own cleaning function, which sprays out the bug juice and will clean off any loose dirt or debris. Rear view camera settings, we have all of our settings for our driving assist. So all of the things on here are customizable on your display, like the display brightness, your driver profile settings, your clock, phone, Bluetooth, voice, navigation, all that's customizable. But one thing I want to go over is the safety and driving assistance page. So it does have lots in the way of safety and driving assistance. So we have the automatic emergency braking. When you click that, you can adjust your forward collision sensitivity, and if you want the forward collision to warn you as well as apply the active braking, or just warn you. Active lane management, same thing. If you want it to warn you, if you want it to do the steering assist, it also vibrates the steering wheel, so you can adjust the settings for that, and then the different ways that you want it to engage. Rear seat alert, no one really likes that. It just tells you to check your rear seat. Traffic sign assist warning, so it will warn you when it sees a traffic sign, I suppose, if you're going like for the speed limits and such. Night vision video warnings, if it sees anything through the night vision, it'll warn you. Parking sensors, drowsy driver alert, monitors driving behavior and provides alerts when driving behavior suggests driver may be drowsy. The power steering, so electric power steering default, if it's on normal mode, sport mode, or comfort mode. Your blind spot alert, side distance warning, let's see, provides a warning to avoid potential collision with objects while driving at low speeds. So that's the side distance warning. Lots and lots of safety features, which is great. Definitely makes a good family vehicle because you want to be safe. Down here we have our climate control manual adjustments, so heated, vented seats, heated steering wheel, your temperature adjustment here, fan settings, your different modes, front and rear window defrosters, your volume control, and your tuning. All of that is right there in case you don't want to be messing with the screen. We'll open this up. We have a wireless charging pad in here, so you set your phone here. This little thing there is actually a light, so it'll light up blue when your phone is charging. Of course, your phone will also say that it's charging. This is the HDMI port for our passenger side screen. We have our USB and USB-C ports, auxiliary port, as well as a 12-volt DC port. And then it all can be hidden away nice and neatly with that beautiful cover. We already kind of went over this. That's our select terrain traction management system. This is the Quadra-lift air suspension. This is our gear shifter in the middle there. 4-wheel low in case you need that, in case you're stuck in some mud or something like that. And this is our hill descent control, shift to 4-wheel drive low. So I think that is just basically like a really slow cruise control, just in case you're like climbing over rocks or something and going downhill. But you do need to be in 4-wheel low for that, and I believe this is your neutral. This one also comes with a panel that covers it up. Our key is sitting in the cup holder, which has our remote start, remote keyless entry. It does have the proximity entry, and then our liftgate release, as well as an alarm. It does have the emergency key in here, so you just press this button here. This comes right out. Let me see if I can do it. Should be able to do it. There you go. There's our spare key. If the fob ever dies, it does usually warn you ahead of time that it's going to die, but if ever it dies and you need to get home, you hold the fob to the start button and that should override the dead key. It'll start the vehicle. I believe that's just a fail-safe, so that way it's always dependable. You're never going to be stranded if your fob dies. What else can I go over? Oh, I didn't go over the front and rear splash guards. I went over the paint protection film. Premium Berber floor mats. So I guess those floor mats are Berber floor mats. Do I know what that means? No. Multicolor ambient LED interior lighting. Yeah, I went over that. Uconnect 5. So this is a Uconnect 5. The display is a 10.1 inch display. Oh, we have 4-zone temperature control. Let me see. Rain sensing windshield wipers. So we have a sensor behind our rear view mirror here that if any rain hits it, it will engage the wipers. I believe your wipers have to be on for that function to work. So as long as they're on and it detects the rain, it will turn on the wipers when needed. I think that's about it. I've went over everything as quickly as I could, so I'll just wrap this up. Here's one final look at the interior. Gorgeous vehicle, very spacious, lots of safety features, tons of comfort features. If you're looking for something that's just loaded to the nines, you want something luxurious, you know, you've had an older vehicle for a while and you're looking for something new with all the bells and whistles, this is definitely the one for you. So there's one final look at the outside. If you have any questions or want to take it for a test drive, feel free to give us a call here at Big Lake Stocks. We're always happy to help. See you in the next one.